Hi Jiggers Hounds, welcome back. This week we are going to be doing salt painting, and you can get a lot of really interesting designs this way. Here is another design that I made earlier. It all depends on what you want to create. You can use this technique by writing your name or drawing shapes or just a squiggly design like I did here. Really, it's up to you and your imagination. So what you're going to need is glue, a pencil, some salt, and some watercolors. If you don't have watercolors, you can use food coloring. All you'd need is 1/4 cup of water and about 6 to 8 drops of food coloring in that 1/4 a cup. If you've got all the colors, great. If you don't, remember that your primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, you can mix those together to get the rest of your rainbow, which will be green, blue, and purple. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how we're going to be making these really cool salt creations. So I'm going to start by getting some paper. Now any kind of paper will work, but I have some heavy duty cardstock or poster board, so if you've got that laying around, great. If not, you can use just a regular piece of paper. Just keep in mind that it's going to be quite heavy and you're going to want to be really careful when you handle it so that way it doesn't rip from all of the glue. So here's what you'll do first. You can draw a design first. I would recommend that, especially if you don't really know what it is that you want to design first. I'm just gonna draw, maybe I'll just draw a little cat face. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw my picture. Okay, now that I've got my designs drawn, I'm going to go ahead and take my regular glue here. So this is just regular white glue. If you've got clear glue, that's fine. Glue sticks will unfortunately not work for this. You're going to need bottle glue. So very slowly, remembering that you only want to give very gentle pressure. You want to just gently squeeze. Be very gentle whenever you're drawing with your glue because you don't want it to pour out everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, now I have got my picture all covered in my glue. Now what I'll do next is I'm going to take some salt. So I have some salt here in this cup. This is just regular old table salt. Any kind of salt will work. Just make sure that it's the tiny little granules. You don't want the really thick chunky salt. So it's also going to be a lot easier if you do this on a surface, like if you get another sheet of paper to put down or some newspaper or a paper plate to catch all of the salt that doesn't stick to your paper, okay? So just like if I'm putting glitter on this, I'm going to do the same thing that I would. I'm just going to put salt all over. Now I'm going to shake it off. So I'm just going to really gently and carefully pick up my picture and I'm going to tap it. And now we just have our picture. So we can take all of that salt on our extra paper or our paper plate and just kind of bunch it up, get our cup, and tap it back in. And then we can recycle this salt for another project, or we can just have an easy way to clean up and throw it away. So now I'm going to get my picture back. Next, we're going to be needing our watercolors. Okay, and of course, with our watercolors, we're going to need some water. All right. So this is pretty much self-explanatory. The way that you're going to want to put your watercolor on your salt is you're going to want to make sure that your brush is nice and wet. Dip it into the color that you would like. I like to put a lot of water. Make sure my brush is super duper wet. Then I'm going to take that wet brush with my paint on it, and all I'm going to do is gently touch the salt. See how it spreads out? All I'm doing is gently tapping with my brush. I'm not rubbing or anything like that. I'm just gently tapping. And then I can dip a little bit more in my water, gently tap. And the salt will absorb all of that color. And you can do any colors you want, any order that you want. You can just have some fun with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this process so that way you can see the finished product. And there you have it. I have my cute little kitty salt painting. Of course, your painting does not have to be a kitty. It can be a multitude of different designs. Really, it's just up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and show some of my other examples to give you some inspiration. Remember, we've got shapes, designs, or you can draw a picture, or you can just simply get silly with it. So there are a lot of really cool things that you can do. I can't wait to see what you guys create, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!